because this is really where the big red flags start to screen. This website could be totally de-indexed from Google. Let's just have a quick look, see. Fucking hell. No. Okay. What's going on, guys? Thomas Phillips here, co-founder at dtcseoagency.com. In this video, we're going to be going through disavows. So this client came to us because they'd experienced a big drop in traffic. We then started to dive into this in more detail. Lo and behold, the previous SEO agency, won't be naming any names. If you want the name, DM me, just message and I'll tell you. Avoid this in the future. They have been building mass PBN links with targeted anchor text, and I'm just absolutely shocked, right? So if we look at this in a little bit more detail, I'll show you exactly what is going on. So if I compare this, so they basically started 4 or so months ago, and we can basically start to see some of the giant drops going on with things, right? So for example, like this one, women's sunglasses, 9th to 0. Pretty big drops on here. This keyword is completely lost. A few drops on here. This one is completely gone. Look at this, like affordable sunglasses. So, 2nd to 14th. So pretty big drops with things of, exactly what is going on here. So in this video, I'm going to dive in a little bit more detail and show you exactly kind of what has happened and how we're going to prevent this from happening. Cool. So easier way of looking at this is to filter by loss of traffic, essentially. So let's take running glasses as an example on here. So they were 6th and now they're 22nd. So pretty big drop in terms of what's happening on there. Let's pull this down on here. Cool. And as we can see on here, these guys to this specific page, so they're DR40 overall. Okay, and when we compare that to some of the top pages on here, they could definitely be in the top for sure, purely based off of power. And then when we come to the number of referring domains, right, this column on here, we like to look at referring domains as opposed to the number of backlinks, because one website could have a link inside of the footer, and if that website has 1 million pages, then you'll have 1 million backlinks, but actually it's only one referring domain. It's one unique website. So that's what we'd rather look at on here. And just having a look at this real quick on the face of things, it says 31 links according to Ahrefs. The top guys have 6, they have 2. This one is abnormally large at 169. These guys have 1. So I have no idea why they would have built this many referring domains, right? But let's click into here and see exactly what the potential issue is, right? So as we start to look at things on here, the first thing that I look at is what the URL is. Then I look at the domain rating. That's from 0 to 100. 72 is pretty damn powerful. And then I like to look at the traffic and the keywords. So if the traffic is below 1,000, like this is the overall organic traffic to this particular site. If it's under 1,000, that usually means that the website is not really that powerful, right? Google doesn't really favor it that much, especially if the DR is 72. I would expect the traffic to be similar to this, like 83,000 type thing. But that is a big red flag immediately that there's a DR 72 and it has under 500 in traffic, right? And as we start to scroll down, we can basically see that, yeah, okay, the DR is okay on a bunch of these links and it goes down massively, but there's 0 traffic going to any of these websites, which is obviously just like, what is the use of that? Yeah, like there's no power associated with that. Now, an interesting thing here, if we click on links to target, actually, do you know what? I'm just going to show you this first, anchor text, because this is really where the big red flags start to screen. Okay, so we can see on here, this is basically all the anchor text, which is the clickable link text on another website that is linking directly to this website. Okay, and we can see this is the URL, and these are the anchor texts that are going straight to this page from external websites. Now, what we like to look at on here is how aggressive is the anchor text. And what I mean by that is like, how targeted is it? So a targeted anchor text is going to be literally what they are trying to rank for. And the main keyword for this particular page is going to be running sunglasses and variations of. Okay, so the first one is 100% targeted. The second one is 100% targeted. Third one still has running sunglasses in. That one doesn't. This is a URL. Again, running sunglasses and running sunglasses. Empty anchor and then this link, right? Now, when we, if I was just to look at this out of 9, right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 out of 9. That's kind of like okay, right? In terms of the percentage of targeted anchor text. I'd say that's a little bit on the high end. But what you've then got to look at is the number of referring domains. Now, we can see that under running sunglasses on its own, this is almost at 58% just on that. Now, if you add up all the percentages of all of these, that's going to be 80, 90% is targeted anchor text, which is the biggest red flag in the history of anything. Now, when you start to look at when these links came in, they are all after this SEO agency started. They are across the entire website, and you can see directly to what ones they're hitting, right? So let's just click on a few of these, and then we can start to see them. Here we go. Okay, so first one on here, a DR of 4.7, right? 0 domain traffic. It has running sunglasses as the anchor text, and it's a home page that's linking to it. Okay, that's one of the first big red flags. How many homepage websites, how many websites with a homepage are linking directly to a collection page on a random website, right? And I have no clue what on earth this website is about, right? Looks like a Spanish news website or something. It has a terrible DR. It has 0 in domain traffic. So it's basically total crap. Okay. And lo and behold, when you hit the website, what comes up? Okay. So this is a PBN. This is a private blog network. Essentially what that means is there's a network of websites that these guys own, which is why they can build so many links per month, because they own all the websites and their cost is right down here and they're charging you up here. So they're making the biggest, fattest margin. Now, we invest a roughly 60% of the SEO budget investment into links to ensure that we don't build anything close to this, right? And you can see this straight away that this is a PBN. It looks freaking terrible. This has nothing to do with anything. Like, what does hair loss shampoo got to do with news in whatever location this is, right? And then you can start to then hover over these websites, and you can obviously start to see that these are all their other clients with things. And like, what website have you ever come across where all of the posts are shown in full and they're all listed on the homepage, right? It's a totally manufactured website, right? And the big issue with this is, how many links are outgoing from this exact page, this homepage as well. Super red flag. And you have so many articles that are just about tons and tons and tons of different things. You've seen one about roofing, one about hair loss, one about mold removals, and there's nearly 800 pages of this, right? So there's just thousands of articles on this website that are just about pure crap, that have one image at the top and a bunch of random shit, and they're just about, the topic is just all over the place, like cloud software, hair loss shampoo, right? So if you are building links, or if you own a brand and your SEO agency is building a link like this, and they're not being transparent with either the link that they're building, the power of the website, and the traffic of the website, just fucking cancel your thing as soon as you can and have a chit chat with somebody else. Because this is a huge negative, right? And if I just show you in terms of, let's just have a quick look at the overview in terms of the traffic on this particular page. Cool. Great. So you can see exactly what's happening on here. So from November, right, which is around the time that this company started with things, and we can start to see, okay, October, November, cool. So you can see when all of these links are starting to come in, and when they're starting to have an effect. And what happens, they hit a peak and then it comes crashing back down, and you can see the crossover. The orange line is the amount of organic traffic, and the blue line is the number of referring domains. So as they're building shit, the traffic goes down, right? Total opposite to what you want to happen, right? You're essentially paying to lose traffic, you're paying to lose income. You're sold on the dream, unfortunately. So obviously that is a link that we absolutely want to disavow. And what I mean by disavow is essentially we're saying to Google, here's a list of all of these different websites. We don't want to be associated with them at all. Please remove our association with them because we did not build those links. Okay, so let's look at the next site. Again, running sunglasses, incredibly targeted anchor text. If we open up this website, again, it's a homepage. Again, looks like total dog crap. Expert foundation repair specialists near me. Okay, great. Obviously this guy, Hunter Magley, made whatever, filtered shower heads, criminal defense lawyers, God, I feel so bad for the people who are being linked to from these websites, right? I don't need to go through all of this, but yeah, you can basically see what is going on here. Cool. Let's look at another one. Okay, so this one is a little bit better. There's a blog post that is specific to lightweight running sunglasses. Okay, but let's look at the website and see, does it have any intrinsic value? Okay, so Bethany-Beach. No real logo, random categories on every single possible thing, straight up anchor text, targeted anchor text, again, another bullshit picture with random author bio. They all look exactly the same. There's been minimum effort put in on any of these sites. And again, let's look at the value of this website, right? So what I'll do actually is I'll dive in on this in a little bit more detail so you can see exactly what's going on here. I'll tell you how they build these as well. So we can see this is a DR11, which is already extremely low. Like, we don't want to be getting links from a DR11. They have 85 referring domains and 0 organic search traffic. Okay, so there is absolutely no value, and it's not even ranking. There's not even any keywords that are coming up. So essentially, for all that this matters, this website could be totally de-indexed from Google. Let's just have a quick look, see. Fucking hell. Okay. When you go to Google and you do site, a search operator like this, and you do site : and then the URL of the website, you'll then be able to see which URLs are actually indexed in Google. Now, if you put in a normal website, you're going to see thousands and thousands of pages. But what you can see on here is you have the homepage, some random page, and another page, and that is it. And now if that isn't the biggest telltale sign to you that this is a spam website and a toxic link, I don't know what is, right? So if you're getting links from websites like this, yeah, good luck. So yeah, immediately we can tell. And let's just see, has this website ever received any traffic? It did for a couple of months, and it had 5 in organic traffic. So I don't know what kind of, it's just shocking. It is absolutely shocking. And this is what gives SEOs a bad name, which is such a shame. But okay, let's have a look at something else. Cool, so we can see it again on here. Running Sunglasses is another website. Share it, download for pc.org. What on earth that has to do with anything. But yeah, if we visit the website again, let's just have a quick look. Okay, again, you can see some BS website, again, the same pictures and everything. Discover strategies here. Again, I feel very sorry for these people. Again, another bullshit picture, bio and everything. Yeah, I feel very bad for these people. It is what it is. So basically, these are the kind of links that we want to go in and disavow. We want to say to Google, hey, these are nothing to do with us. We don't want them. Please go in and disavow. Okay, and that's just for one of these ones. Let's go down to the next one, which is running glasses. And again, look at this. So running glasses, all super targeted anchor text. Let's just go to one of these websites again. So DR 3.7, 0 value, how much traffic does this site have? 0 in traffic, right? And let's visit the website. Great, well, the website isn't even live. Error 500. Talk about drop, and when you have a drop in links as well, God, that is also a very negative thing. So let's go down and find another one. So perfect your run with customized running glasses. Again, another BS website. You can see all the different categories on here. You can see, again, random picture, random bio, link right up at the top, and it's just linking straight out. So yeah, and if I visit the homepage, let's just have a quick look on here as well. Cool, so this website looks a little bit nicer than the other one, but again, just random topics all across the board, and 752 sets of pages of things. Again, looking at this one, DR4, 0 referring domains. So it just, I'm lost for words. But essentially, this is what we want to go in, and this is going to take a fair amount of time to basically go through all of their different links and work out which ones are the good ones and which ones are the shit ones that we need to completely disavow. So this is the first task that we would be doing for this client, to basically go through and just remove all the shit and then build amazing links on top of that, right? And that's exactly what we're going to go in and do, but this is a long process with things. So essentially, that is how to find these links. Now, if I was going to go through and actually start disavowing all of them, I would want to go to the main site overall. I'd want to then click on subdomains on here. I want to then do domain traffic, and I want to do from 0 to, let's say, 600, right? And I think that's going to be a great start for us, because then we're going to start to see the kind of websites that are coming up that have basically no intrinsic value. And I want to be going through, so these ones that have a higher amount of traffic, okay, well, that's lost. I want to be going through and just having a quick look. So these guys are, there's a lot of keywords that this site is ranking for, but overall the traffic is super low. So immediately that is like a massive red flag with things. But I want to be clicking on each of these, and I want to basically be trying to understand what is happening here. So as an example, this is a spam link. So this is a classic example of like just mass automated spam, where they're linking directly to an image. So that is definitely something we would want to go in and disavow. Again, an image on there. So these ones with a little bit of traffic look like they're linking directly to those ones. Cool. So I'd want to be diving in on a lot of these different links and trying to understand, should they be disavowed or not? All of these ones where it's like some random search, again, we just want to get rid of, like, there's no value there. Toppodcast.com, okay, this might be a decent one. Yes, so we can see on here, toppodcast.com, real ass podcast. Don't have a whole lot of traffic, but decent amount of keywords and a decent DR. Now let's just visit the website real quick. I just want to see, is this actually a real website? Looks pretty real. If I just go to the homepage again, let's have a quick look. Yeah, so you can see this is a legitimate site, right? It's all about podcasts. It looks like it's kept up to date. Joe Rogan Experience, I would have thought would be in the top 5. This is a legitimate website. We can quite clearly see that. It has a phone number. This links out to their social channels. So this would be a link that I would not want to disavow. I would want to keep. Okay, let's just find one that I wouldn't want to go for. Okay, well, obviously, like all of these ones where it's just like some random search, and obviously the DR is super low on that one. But let's have a look at this one, right? So laywire.com, this is a DR66 and it has under 500 in traffic. Let's see what's going on in this. So if I open this page up, so this talks about Neven Eyewear, which is the brand. Cool. Okay, so this is written by Los Angeles Wire staff. Okay, apparently it's a very targeted anchor text, right? Sunglasses for men. This is like super targeted, but okay. This features branded content. This is the ambassador. Okay. So this looks semi-legit. Let's just see if there's anything on this page that's actually about LA. Okay, yeah, so there's a bunch of LA-based stuff. Okay, so potentially this is a... Okay, that's just like a freaking block of text. I don't know. I'm on the edge if this is actually a legit site or not, but it does talk about Los Angeles and best fitness. Yeah, so I would probably keep this link, even though it is very, very targeted. The DR is good. Yeah, but ones like this, again, like a search thing on here that's just linking directly to an image, we'd want to get rid of. Let's try and find another one real quick just before I end the video. Let's see what this one is. .b. Okay, well, perfect timing. I've just been locked out of here. So I hope that this helps. This is basically what we'd want to be doing, is going through, finding all these different sites. I'm going to do another video internally for our team of exactly how to find them, how to download them, how to upload them into Google Search Console is where you need to upload it with a very specific format type. You need to make sure that the property is set up as a URL and not an overall domain. Otherwise, you won't be able to submit a disavow file. So yeah, a bunch of different things that need to happen on here, and it just causes so much extra work if you're not building high quality links from the get-go, right? And what I mean by high quality links is we basically have a massive checklist of stuff that we go through beforehand. So we want to see, where's the DR? Is it in the range that we want, right? Is it like 40 or above? How much traffic, organic traffic, is that website receiving, right? Is the traffic going up or is it going down? Was it trending really well and now the traffic has just gone to zero? We don't want to link from them if that's the case. What kind of keywords is that website ranking for? Is it under the same topic that the website is overall? As an example, that podcast website that we looked at, if that podcast website is ranking for, I don't know, buy fluffy bunnies online or something, right? Some random pet one, we wouldn't necessarily want a link from that. Okay, if it was all about podcasts, then yes, absolutely, we want a link from that. The other thing is the referring domains. Is there any dodgy or spammy referring domains, or is there any kind of weird domain authority spiking going on? So another way that these PBN websites get the domain authority up is they basically try and internally link to each other, and they link from like random profiles to make it look like and inflate the DA or the DR of the website, even though the traffic is incredibly low. So that's another thing to watch out for. Is the content on the website just completely random, like the ones we've been looking at, or is it on the similar topic? Does the website even look legit? Easy one. Does the domain name match what is actually on the website, right? So many of these like telltale signs. What country is the traffic coming from? So if we have a US client, we want the overarching majority of the traffic, organic traffic that's going to that website we want to link from, to be in the States. Okay, just simple common sense things. Big checklist that we run through. There's a bunch more different ratios and things like that. But very quickly you're able to tell, is this a quality link that's going to move the needle, or is this a spammy link that is going to cause toxicity on the website? And when you mix that in with anchor text, targeted anchor text, that is just a recipe for disaster, right? And you're just waiting for a penalization to happen. And unfortunately, this website is has been hit by that, a light one, essentially. But that is exactly what we can reverse by doing a disavow, getting rid of all the crap links that previous SEO agency have built, and then redoing the links with a solid foundation that is then going to, the site can then build on top of and continue to improve on from there. And that's what we want to get to as quick as possible, and then expand things from there. Cool. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have seen your website in a similar situation, maybe your organic search traffic is going down, maybe you're completely unsure as to what your SEO agency is actually doing, all of that kind of stuff, feel free to hop on a call with us. Go to dtcseoagency.com, schedule a call with us, and we can take it from there and tell you exactly what's going on and, work with you from there. So I hope you found this valuable, and see you in the next video. Thank you.